Hello and hello one more time. Welcome to another episode of the Curtis Zone, ladies and gentlemen. I hope that everyone enjoyed my music video on Superman. If you haven't watched it yet, you can find it somewhere up here. But today we are continuing with giving you history notes on every individual season of Power Rangers, and today is all about Dino Charge. And with Power Rangers being done in TV and in streaming series, but continuing in Boom Studios comic books, it's a good time to keep giving them some love. So today is all about a history of Power Rangers Dino Charge. So sit back and relax, and of course remember, hit that like and subscribe button. As always, before we get started, news. More specifically, a report on the fact that I saw Sonic the Hedgehog 3. And I gotta say, a little bit of spoiler here, Sonic and Shadow, they can both breathe in space, okay? Little spoiler for you. All in all, the film was amazing to see, especially since we saw Jim Carrey play two characters. I'm gonna say it so that everybody knows that guy is a genius, okay? The film was fun, it was action-packed, I loved every single second of it. I hope that you guys enjoy it, for those of you who have watched it. So yeah, there's that. The second piece of news is this. The cast list has been set for the live-action Masters of the Universe movie, which will include Jared Leto playing Skeletor, Man-at-Arms being played by Idris Elba, and Camila Mendes portraying the role of Teela. I can't wait for it because it's looking like we're going to get a great story from it, because writers from a lot of MCU movies and Zack Snyder himself has been looked at for director. So if that is true, I hope that it's going to be good. The final piece of news is this. It has been reported that Kraven the Hunter's domestic income has not done so well. However, I saw the film, or at least a few bits and pieces of it, and so far it's been so good. However, that's just my opinion. What's your opinion? Now let's get started with today's episode, and of course remember to hit that like and subscribe button. And if you have any questions, comments, concerns, or if you just want to make a request for any episode period, put it in the comment section down below. I'll get back to you. Now, Power Rangers Dino Charge had its first episode in February of 2015 before moving into Dino Supercharge in 2016. It lasted 2 seasons, and it was part of the Nickelodeon Saturday morning lineup. It starred actors Brendan Mahad as the Red Ranger, Camilla Hyde as the Pink Ranger, James Davies as the Black Ranger, Michael Tabor as the Green Ranger, Yoshi Sudarso as the Blue Ranger, and Claire Blackwell as their scientist, Ms. Morgan. However, later to join the cast is Davies Santos as the Gold Ranger. This is before Dino Supercharge, where they would be joined by the Graphite Ranger, the Aqua Ranger, and the Silver Ranger. Fun fact about the Silver Ranger, he wasn't supposed to be the guy that he was in the series. It was supposed to be the return of Blake Foster, who played the Blue Turbo Ranger. He was supposed to come back as the Silver Dino Charge Ranger, but that's neither here nor there. Now, with all that said, let's get into the fictional origin of the series. And remember, like and subscribe.
Years ago, more like 65 million years ago, an alien named Keeper would be on a journey, but he would be attacked by Sledge, who was an intergalactic bounty hunter bent on collecting the most valuable of all prizes. And the latest of valuable prizes that he would want to collect is the Energems. The Energems, which were entrusted to Keeper and to protect and keep safe. So Keeper would send a bomb up to his ship and destroy it with him and his crew on it. Keeper to have no choice. Keeper would entrust the power of the Energems and bond them to the spirits of the dinosaurs, the most mightiest of dinosaurs that he could find. This would include the T-Rex, the Triceratops, the Velociraptor, and so many more. 10 Energems were entrusted to 10 dinosaurs. This would lead to the events of the first episode when Tyler would meet Shelby. Shelby, who snuck away on an expedition for her job, would meet Tyler, and the two of them would find the Red and Pink Energems. The Red and Pink Energems would bond with them and turn them into the Red and Pink Rangers. And after this, they would find out that Kendall, Morgan, and Chase and Coda are also Rangers, and they would all set on an adventure together.
Now, with all that said and done, let's talk about important moments. The first important moment you need to know about is when we first meet Ivan. You see, Ivan is a knight of Xandar from the Middle Ages, but he was imprisoned by Fury inside of Fury. And so, when he was finally released by the Gold Energem, he would resume his post as a Knight of Xandar and become a Power Ranger. And yeah, that's basically turning the frown upside down. The second important moment we're going to talk about is when the Power Rangers would storm Sledge's ship at the end of Season 1. They would storm Sledge's ship and Tyler would defeat Sledge and basically bring his ship down. However, this would lead to the events of the first episode of Season 2 when Sledge would entrust his entire ship and his mission to Heckle, who is also Snide. And so Heckle/Snide would take over and he would infiltrate the Rangers at the cafe. The next important moment we're going to talk about is when we find out more about the Energems themselves. The Energems have the ability to slow down a person's aging process. Not exactly make them stop aging altogether, but it takes them a while to age 1 year. And so we will learn this when we learn more about Koda. Koda, who is a caveman. The Blue Ranger, who is a caveman. So yeah, there's that. The final important moment we're going to talk about is in the final episode of Power Rangers. It's a Power Rangers Dino Charge when Keeper would get all of the Energems together, including the Dark Energem, and he would open a portal through time. And this would lead to a series of events where the Rangers would destroy Sledge and stop the asteroids from hitting the Earth, basically creating a new timeline in a new universe of Power Rangers. And this would also lead to Koda and Ivan going back to their timelines and living their lives. It was pretty amazing to see it, my friends. With all that said and done, let's talk about my 5 favorite moments. My 5th favorite moment is in the episode known as Roar of the Red Ranger. Not only did the Red Ranger get his battleizer, but also his father would return. Yes, like I said before, the Energems don't age anybody. And so, the Red Ranger's father would return after being in hiding as the Aqua Ranger. It was pretty cool to see it, my friends. My 4th favorite moment is in the episode known as Silver Secrets. In this episode, we learn about Xenowing. Xenowing, who was once the apprentice of Keeper and created all of the Zords. Xenowing was cursed by the Dark Energem to share a body with Doomwing, who also happened to be the Silver Ranger. However, this would lead to the Rangers splitting him in half from Doomwing and Xenowing taking back the Silver Energem and becoming the Silver Ranger. And one more thing I want to say about Xenowing, I love his attack. The Silver Prism Slash was pretty cool. I mean, come on, who didn't like that? My 3rd favorite moment is in the episode known as Sink or Swim. In this episode, Tyler is having some problems and is feeling a little bit jealous of Ivan, the Gold Ranger. And so the two of them would have a little bit of a confrontation. However, this was during the time that Sledge would send a bomb down to Earth to try and destroy it. But Tyler the Red Ranger and Ivan the Gold Ranger would learn how to work together, and they would form a new Megazord known as the Tristego Terraformation. I loved it. You will love it. Watch it, my friends. My 2nd favorite moment is in the episode entitled Rise of a Ranger. This is when we would learn how the Energems work, more specifically how they bond to a user. Because the Prince of Xandar, the current Prince of Xandar, he found an Energem and decided to donate money and help people in order to think that it was so that he could try and bond with an Energem, but it didn't work. It was only until he did a selfless deed in order that the Energem would bond to him. More specifically, the Graphite Energem, turning him into the Graphite Ranger. My number 1 favorite moment is in the episode for the Rangers Rock. In this episode, Shelby the Pink Ranger would create a Zord. Yes, this is the first time we would ever see the Rangers create a Zord. Not just a Zord made out of nothing. In fact, the Zord was none other than the Spinozord. I liked it so much because it combined with the Aqua Rangers Zord and the Graphite Rangers Zord. It was pretty cool to see. Now it's time for everybody's favorite part of these episodes, powers and abilities. As far as powers and abilities go, the Dino Charge Ranger's access to the morphing grid is organic. It is limited by the power of the Energems. The Energems, which give them the ability of immortality, but not necessarily immortality, more like slow aging. Their power is limited by the Energems, but it is also limited by the dinosaurs that the Energems were entrusted to. This gives them a range of abilities, including hyper speed, super strength, and it also enhances their weapons. Their weapons are their guns, their blasters are also their morphers, which was pretty cool to see. They also have swords and all sorts of Dino Steel weapons. The Dino Steel weapons are powered by the Energems, which are powered by the Dino Chargers. The Dino Chargers, which are made from the power of the Energems, give them all sorts of abilities to not only their person, but also to their Zords. Here's the thing you need to know about the Zords. The Zords are both large and small. The small Zords do not have cockpits, whereas the T-Rex Zord, the Titanozord, the Pterazord, and the Spinozord all have cockpits. I love the Dino Charge Rangers. I mean, not just because of their powers, but also because of the theme song as well. With all that said and done, another episode of the Curtis Zone has come to a close, ladies and gentlemen. Remember to get in that comment section down below and give us what you want to see next. Any questions, comments, concerns, or if you just want to make a request for any episode, period, get in that comment section. We'll talk about it, y'all. And as always, remember, you want to see more of me, my smiling face, and more of my afro, and more of my bouncing pecs. Remember to get in that like and subscribe button, and also hit that notification bell. I will see you all soon with more episodes and more of me. For now, peace.